I said, skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me, acting like we wasn't more than. I said, skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me, acting like we wasn't more than. I said, skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me, acting like we wasn't. Hey guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to another video. We're going to do our best to get you as much information on this story as possible. This is breaking news, although it has been going on for at least a week and a half. This is a story of Shanquella Robinson, a young lady who is here from the States. She's from North Carolina, Charlotte area, but she actually was unalived in Cabo under some very suspicious circumstances. So we're going to discuss basically what happened. We're going to discuss the timeline of the events that occurred, and then hopefully be able to get some justice for her by making more awareness. Obviously, we can't do it all by ourselves. We're a very small platform here, but we're going to do all that we can to ensure that the story of this young lady gets out, to keep as much information about the story out as possible, in hopes that the proper authorities, not to mention just the audience of public opinion, can continuously be notified and hopefully put pressure on the proper authorities to get some type of resolution in this story. So the young lady, Shanquella, is, like I said, from North Carolina. She graduated high school there. She went to college and graduated college there. She became a children's braider, and she was very successful at that. Following that, she continued her braiding business and then started an online boutique, of which she was very successful as well. From there, she gained a lot of notoriety, not only in her local area, but online as a whole. She was well liked, very goal oriented, and she was very successful at a lot of things that she did, and therefore lived a very comfortable and very pleasant lifestyle. She was known to take a lot of trips. She was known to just, enjoy the nicer things in life. So she usually goes, on vacation quite regularly, her and friends. This year, on the 28th of October, her and several friends of hers went to Cabo for a birthday celebration of one of her friends. Now, if I understand correctly, the friend of hers that's actually the one celebrating the birthday was her guy friend, who was her closest friend. But he actually did not leave and arrive with her. He actually arrived after her. So her and four other people arrived the day before the friend whose birthday it was. And so from the time that they got there, things are kind of murky exactly how they happened. But what we do know is the following. They all got there pretty much at the same time. They had to sign in on a manifest in order to be able to enter the property, and go to the rental that they had at in Cabo. They got there. She did contact her mom and tell her mom that she had gotten there.
They had a chef come in to prepare dinner for the group. At the time, it was five of them that's there, but it was supposed to be a total of six of them who actually was going to be enjoying the festivities. So she did talk to her mom again, let her mom know that the chef had come in and that the chef was actually preparing their food that they would be eating and that she would talk to her tomorrow. Now, what wasn't discussed was the fact that her guy friend, who was her closest friend, had not yet made it there. Now, his name was on the manifest, but according to him, he was signed in by someone else. That he actually didn't make it to the next day, and he did show proof online, just to the court of public opinion, that he actually did not get there when everybody else did, and he showed proof that he actually got there on the 29th. He left at 10:30 from I believe Dallas, and he got there around 3 o'clock. When he got there, she actually was already in a compromised state, I guess I'll say. And from there, he was told that the nurse was coming. She wasn't feeling good. The nurse was coming. That he was told by the other people that was there that she possibly had drunk too much alcohol. But let's go back to the evening. So she talked to her mother, and she told her mother that evening that that they were about to eat some Mexican food and that she will talk to her later. So I'm going to speculate from this point what actually happened because I cannot guarantee what happened, obviously, because I was not there at the time. So from the point that she talked to her mom, she got off the phone, the food was prepared, apparently everyone ate. From the time that they ate, I guess everybody started getting ready for the evening and whatnot. But there was another young lady there. There was three young ladies and two men there, and she was one of the three young ladies. Somehow, it was said that she had took a shower. She was surprised getting out of the shower by one of the young ladies, and that they had some type of altercation and a fight broke out. Now, I'm just going to say that just from my perception and my seeing how things went, it seems that the young lady that she actually had the altercation with apparently already felt the type of ways about her. I feel like she came there feeling the type of ways, and that since she was there and her, I guess, Ace Boon Coon friend wasn't there, she took advantage of the disadvantage of Miss Shanquella and started an altercation with her. Now, I made a point to say that the altercation occurred shortly after Shanquilla got out of the shower for a reason. It was said that when the altercation happened, that she either had her undergarments on or she possibly was naked. It's said to believe that she was actually naked and didn't have any clothes on, and that made her even more vulnerable. If you're getting out the shower and somebody is surprising you, getting out the shower, I mean, you're gonna be like, hey, what's going on? Um, get out of here! I'm getting out the shower, especially if it's someone that you're not necessarily close to. Now, the thing that I found that was interesting is that everyone else that was there was just so okay with what was going on, because the young lady surprised her. She apparently attacked her, or at least was threatening to her, to the point that Shanquilla was like, I'm not finna fight this girl. Like, it ain't even that type of situation for me. But the girl was continuing to try to attack Shanquilla, and actually did. Now, just recently, there was a video put out. It was only about 20 seconds. It was some video footage of Shanquella and the young lady basically having a fight. It was more so the young lady attacking Shanquella and Shanquella actually not doing anything. Now, right here is a screenshot of the fight. I do actually have the video. Um, I don't have a way at this time to show it to you guys. I will go ahead and show it just because it wasn't any kind of life-threatening measures that we saw at the time, nor did I see anything that would be deemed inappropriate. So I will go ahead and show it just because it is made available to us, and it would also help us to better understand what was going on. But whatever the case is, the young girl did start to hit Shanquella. There was two guys and a young lady basically spectating on the side. This screenshot is from one of the person's phones that was actually videoing. And of the three people that was there, one of them, at least one of them, was on a FaceTime call. So there was definitely someone else who was able to see it as well. So whatever was going on was probably some drama from back home, but the young lady just took advantage of the time span that she had to threaten Shanquella, since her guy friend who was accompanying her on this trip had not yet made it there. So she fought her. Like I said, this is a screenshot of that. I will do an update when I get a copy of a few more pieces of information that I'm waiting on. But this is a screenshot from what had actually happened. She was fighting her. She was hitting her, hitting her upside her head, going around her head, hitting her in her face, which made her head kind of cock back and ultimately caused some injuries and instability to her neck. When she did hit her like that and slung Shanquilla around, she ended up on the floor as you are currently seeing her. The girl that's bent over is the girl actually hitting her from behind, but hitting her in her face. Now, the girl had a headscarf on, so either this was early in the morning on the 29th or something to that nature. I'm willing to bet it was early in the morning that this happened. So, with that being the case, it would make sense while everybody was either showering or in their PJs. But like I said, the girl was hitting her. She ended up going over. She pulled her headscarf off. She ended up over there by the sliding glass door, and someone was saying, "Hit her back, at least fight back," and she was like, "No, I don't want to." And then that's pretty much where the video ended. But the girl was still trying to fight her. Now, we are not sure because it's not shown in the video if she does continue to hit her or not. But what we do know from the time period that this fight occurred, which, if you really look at the back of the bed, it kind of looks like it's early in the morning. Like maybe the sun is still in the process of coming up. So whatever the case is, they have this fight. Next thing we know is that her friend shows up in Cabo. When her friend gets there to the house, he finds his friend in what he described as the game room, laying down and kind of in a non-responsive state. I think she maybe was able to talk to him a little bit, or either was able to move and things, but he was not talking. What he was told by the other people that was there is that she had drunk a lot of alcohol and that a nurse is gonna come see her because she wasn't feeling well. They not sure what's going on. Now from there, what we understand is that he made a call to Shanquilla's mother. He was very close to her family. He made a call to the mother, telling the mother that Shanquilla did not feel good, that the nurse is coming in to check her, and I guess that he would let her know from that point. The next thing that she was told was that her daughter was no longer with us. So as of now, these are the sequence of events that have happened according to the information that we have. Now, what I am going to do is I will have another video, like I said. I'm going to try to get a copy of the autopsy report. I'm going to try to get a copy of the video in there and some other details to help you guys have as much information so that we can figure out, along with everyone else, what exactly happened to this sweet baby. It took them about a week because what happened was, after all of this occurred, everybody really just went home. They didn't really take any kind of, I mean, they obviously at that point the trip was over. Now, what's interesting to me is that they went ahead and went home, and they were home before the autopsy was completed. So if something did happen that was sinister, it's unfortunate because they're back in the States and this happened in Mexico. Mexico didn't even have the ability to do any kind of proper investigation or questioning because everyone went home, or either they allowed everyone to go home. So, that's kind of one of the things that's kind of unfortunate there, is that they were allowed to go home, and we really didn't know from there what happened. The lady who beat her up is asking for cash. Wow. Hey Terry Thomas, I apologize. I was doing this video, but I did not realize I had any people in the chat with me right here. I was going to keep the video up and just kind of go from there. But yeah, I did hear that as well. That I did hear that, but no one has basically given us any proof. Now, anybody who's here in the chat with us, go ahead and say a big hello to me here. Let me see if I can pull the chat up on my phone. I didn't see you guys. I apologize. So I wasn't really saying anything to anybody because I wasn't really sure y'all was over here. But hey, y'all. Let's see if I can pull the chat up and see what's going on. Up and see what's going on. Yeah, I see it's 13 of you guys here. Yeah, if you will, go ahead as you do come in. Number one, give us a like. And number two, just say a big hello for us so that we can know you're in there. If you'd like to put anything in, you can. Also, if you have anything you'd like to add to the story, I'm willing to go ahead and give you guys the link since we are here and we can talk about this. But yeah, like I said, I did have the video, but it's actually on my phone. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to bring it in here so I can see it. So what I was going to do is just do a video later down the road and kind of go from there as far the as letting you guys see it, because when you see it, it's really, if I don't know. If you want to fight someone, you should fight a person who wants to fight you. I mean, why would you want to be aggressive toward this young lady and she's letting you know basically I'm not going to hit you back. So either we can guess as to what this is really all about. Could be about a guy because it was only the girls fighting. It was two other guys there, but they had their cameras and they was just recording. Which honestly, if at the point that they saw, number one, that she was in a position that she was unprepared, she was caught off guard, and number two, when it was at a point that you see the girl is not fighting back, they really should have stopped the fight as a whole. I mean, it's really, in bad taste that they allowed this to go on. And honestly, especially since she lost her life in this situation, I really feel like they should be held complicit, um, you know, within everything. I mean, it's just really, it's not a good thing. April saying good night. Well, I mean, we can't say she died 15 minutes after the fight because the fight clearly was early in the morning, and her friend that came later, he was there about 3 o'clock, and when he got there, she was not deceased. So we can't say that that's what happened. But it definitely affected her. What ended up happening, her cause of death had to do with a crack in her spinal cord. So when the girl hit her and her neck popped back, apparently it caused a separation there. And because she wasn't given the proper medical care and treatment, it ended up going and being, a situation to where she succumbed to her injuries basically. Had they known, had she had her spine properly immobilized and maybe something to this nature, maybe things could have went a different way. But they said that she just drunk too much, and everybody, they may have had different stories, but it was still the same type of scenario. So because the nobody who mattered got the right story, it ended up being this type of situation. Now, there are some photos because they said that she had a gash on her lip. She had, I think her eye. She had a bump above her eye, and then she had some other injuries to her face. So I'm not sure if those pictures are out there, but I'm told that they are. I was going to try to get a hold of all of that and do a subsequent video giving you guys more information about it. But like I said, the whole situation is unfortunate. And it is really piss poor that those other folks stood there and allowed her to get hit on the way that they did, because it's not like she fought back at all. I mean, the girl literally slung her body. I'm gonna be honest with you, when I saw it, I really was kind of thinking that maybe she was inebriated or something, because the way she was moving was almost like a rag doll. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. But yeah, so like I said, I wanted to give you guys a good timeline on what had happened, on the information that I had thus far, and then I'm going to come back and do a subsequent video for you guys with more details. So if you guys have anything else you'd like to add, you can go ahead and do so, or we can continue the conversation in the comments, and then we will do another video on this case. Anybody want to add anything? No? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast now then. I appreciate you guys taking the time to come in and check us out. Please be sure to hit that like button on your way out. If you're not a subscriber as of yet, I hope that you choose to do so. And I will be back with another video in reference to this tomorrow with more of an update. And I will also have that video that I told you I had available for you. Okay, guys? And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.